going to bring this out. But ultimately cannot get this out to the line as he's dropped at the 23. And they'll run the option to start the drive. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. A little do-it-yourself run right there, and a nice game.
Now, I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get, so he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Here's Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he's got room. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
A first down carry by Elliott, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Open man, right side. It's able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
On 3rd down, Elliott, and he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, let's face it, that's just a helpless feeling for a running back there. He's looking up to find a hole, and all he finds is a whole lot of ticked-off linebacker.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll start the drive with Elliott, and he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And he is going to lose yardage here. And tip your cap to DeMarcus Lawrence. Nice play defensively.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They go to Elliott again. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Prescott to throw it. And his ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Cowboys use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. So, Charles, they had him double covered in the end zone. It still was not enough.
I wonder if they're thinking to themselves now, 2 didn't work. Do we go for 3 guys on him next time? Because he fought through all that extra attention, got himself into a great position where his quarterback felt confident enough to challenge the coverage and threw it his way. What a big-time play right there, both by the quarterback trusting it and by him going up and getting it.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Things a lot different than the last time they were on the field. Remember, they threw the interception, gave up the touchdown, and now trailing 7-0 and looking for a response. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second and 10 now from the 27. Here's Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards and a Cowboy 1st down. Up the middle, here's Elliott. A lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Prescott. That is caught by Lamb. Still going. Touchdown. CeeDee Lamb. 59 yards. And the Cowboys are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position. And that was special there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one better than 20 miles an hour. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that. Charles's defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
From the 22, Prescott. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. Now Prescott on 4th down. Open man Lamb, it's complete. And he is going to have the Cowboys first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
And that's what you've got your tough little slot receiver for, isn't it? Right there, those 4th down conversions in the middle of the field.
He knows that's where he has to make his living, and that's where he has to make plays to help his team. And no one is asking him to do anything more or less than do exactly what we saw there.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
I'm the best, I'm the best, as you know. And I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, get my go, get on go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold. I'm the best, I'm the best, as you know. And I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, get my go, get on go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold. For the blank and they know I'm impressive. He wanna talk, but he not on the schedule. I ain't taking no from my who ain't heavy. I'm the best and you heard what I said. Spend all the money, I'm dripping, it's falling. Got on it, then it's dripping like water. Teaching but I don't have a daughter. I know me, I can pick up when I call it. Working big and it don't hurt to break, cause I'ma always do it how I wanna do it. Every time he lead a do it, Mr. Know I got him running to it. I'ma need to pull the mail before we talk it that I'm waking up and thumbing through it. Run like a runner do it. Stun on her till like a stunner do it. I'm the best, I'm the best, as you know. And I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, and I go, get on go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold. I'm the best, as you know. And I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, and I go, get on go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold. Top dog like I manage. I'm the really damaged. I came out and make the channel froze. I'm really who the panel chose. Put my name up like a banner boat. Acting tough and I'ma let her go. Name her, you got a better flow, but she can hang it up just like a telephone. Stick me up with the cost 10K to let it, come see it. Pins them here, make it come treat it. Spin, make it come beat it. I want the new in the machine out. Jewelry be caught like a temperature zero. I'm the hardest, they call me the hero. Heavy, then they know what I be on. I'm the best, I'm the best. And I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, and I go, and I go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold. I'm the best, I'm the best. And I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, and I go, and I go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold.
The NFL on EA Sports brings us to the banks of the Ohio River and Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Dallas Cowboys and the Cincinnati Bengals. Here's the former Cornhusker Brett Maher to get this one started. And we are underway from Cincinnati. From the 10. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20. Call it the 21. Here we go. They go play action with Burrow. That's caught by the tight end, Drew Sample. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from me a little bit. And that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And not much room to speak of. He'll get about 3 up to the 41. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And on third down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Burrow looking to pass. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he's going to have the Bengals first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. A couple of first downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. Steps away. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Open net, it's complete to Higgins. And brought down, but not before they
10 to the 7.
Here we go.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. First and goal. Now it's Burrow. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Burrow with a touchdown connection to Tyler Boyd. And the Bengals will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Quite the drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the first quarter, and they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point. Ended up in the end zone. Because a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. But they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now, flip it over defensively. They've got to slow that down somehow, right? Maybe they need to be a little more aggressive. Maybe a few more pressures towards the quarterback.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now the first carry for an Ohio native. It's Ezekiel Elliott. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Elliott. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Inside give to Elliott. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 2nd down, Elliott. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
Not ideal there. That delay of game backs them up 5 yards, so now they need 7 yards on 3rd down. Throwing, Prescott. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Looking to throw. Prescott. Back to Elliott, and he's got him again. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
A first down throw for Prescott. Throwing left sideline complete. That's Lamb. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Another 18-yard gain. They had 18 on the previous snap as well. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Elliott is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Again, it's Elliott. And not a whole lot there as they'll get him down at about the 2. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
This Bengal defense, they passed the first 2 tests. Now it's third and goal. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And this time he is in.
Yes.
Ezekiel Elliott taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Bengals drive about to get going. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. This goes out wide from Mixon. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
To throw again on second down. Burrow eluding the pressure right. Able to find Higgins. And he is out of inside the 30. Burrow hooking up with Higgins for a Bengal first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Now Burrow on first down. That's going to be caught. Touchdown! Jamar Chase, 28 yards. And the Bengals have taken the lead. McPherson on for the point after. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. The touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
The Cowboys make over a first down at their own 33-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
From the 38, Prescott. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. First down, Prescott. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll throw again. Prescott. Open man downfield is Lamb. It's complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb. 35 yards. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they've got a little under 40 seconds to go if they want to try to put something together here. Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Burrow. Escaping the pressure right. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Punting now is Huber as he sends it away. And this will be taken at the 13. "51 yards on the punt there. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And with only 9 seconds remaining, and not much time, we'll see how they play this.
Play action now. Prescott. He's got a man. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
These two teams making their final adjustments for the second half. And to bring it your way, we go back up to Cincinnati and Brandon Gott.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gott. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
And only a couple there up to about the 23-yard line.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Third down, it's Prescott. And this one quickly to Lamb. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the first down. Prescott thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for them.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
A Bengal first down on the 16-yard.
It's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
42 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
From the 24, Burrow. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Hurst. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Inside handoff to Mixon. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes I think cornerbacks can benefit from the fact that quarterbacks might just forget about the idea that they might be near the line of scrimmage. How about the anticipation there, sneaking in and making a big play in the backfield?
Here we go.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
11.
Now Burrow. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with him.
A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down.
11 MT. 11 MT. Hey. 11 MT.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Flushed out right. Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows the defense to tighten up their coverage, and they picked that one off.
So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. Here's Pollard again. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Trey Hendrickson, the one who gets him on the ground.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Cowboys on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Off the play fake. Prescott. Right back to his running back, Ezekiel Elliott. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
A couple of 1st downs has the football position at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Now Prescott. Out of his hands quickly to CeeDee Lamb. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Running the jet sweep as Prescott bats it forward. What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football.
And one thing about a play like this, if it's slow to develop, it can turn out poorly. And this play was definitely slow in developing. And that was one heck of an effort to sprint over there and get the man down before he could make anything happen.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Running the jet sweep as Prescott bats it forward. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Big 3rd down, a field goal from this spot, 57 yards as they hope to move it a little closer. To the air again, Prescott. That one complete to Elliott. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he...
Better, petty, don't matter. Far as that teller, I pray to God they rattle tattle. Hey, what's a rapper? I started off that, now I'm better. I get capital. I help my people to get cheddar. I do business. Look here, stay out my business. I'm so iceberg. Get some money. It's the paper power pastor, burning rubber faster than a call NASCAR. My solo, no sir, I am not a passer. I will not after any of you fever blistered. I'm the man now, ain't I? Work a plan now, can't I? I remember.